Right, hello guys. My name's Ark Hilly, and I welcome you to a brand new league this evening. We are here for the first ever race of JDs League, and we're at Australia for a short qualifying session followed by 50% race. Um, just to confirm, at the moment we're a little bit short tonight on the grid, but it's the first week. We'll get people in, there's no issue. Hoping for a good one. Just to confirm that JD's League is a reference to Jada Corsi that you can see on the screen there. It's his league, not a reference to the fact that everybody's drunk on Jack Daniels. Just want to get that one out of the way. We're coming up. Just waiting for the last of the ready ups. Well, I was going to, Mr. Well, and somebody else was going to do the comms, but they changed their mind and want to race, so I'm doing comms instead. Easy dub for Danny incoming. Right, so just waiting for it to load up. Let's hopefully get going soon. I'm looking forward to this, see how we get on for the first actual race of the season. We did a quick pre-season race last week, didn't who's that that's joined? We got a random joining, or is that an actual driver? That's right, Lawton was going to do comms. Don't wear that voice out. I'll be fine. Well, you know how many I do a week, so... Well, that's alright, Lawton. You're on track. What we can do is, if you have your mic other weeks, if you want to do it, then I can drive the car. We could do like a buddy system, and we'll both be the same driver, if you like, each week, getting points. See if we can win the championship. Right, no real need to have tyres up, is there? Because they all use softs, as we know. Don't know if anybody can give me any feedback on what the weather's going to be like for the race. Alfie says, looking for P7. It's not showing very much faith in your man, is it? Right then, anyway, who's first out on track? Oh, I've only got the partial little mini-map thing up, that's no good to me. Right, I think we've got McLaren first out, so it is... Oh, look, it is Lawton. So we'll try and do a lap on board with Lawton and see what he can do. I'm struggling for sound a little bit, I'll be honest. Can I turn my mic up? Where's the audio? That's a bit better. Excellent. Let's go on board with him then, and we'll do a hot lap of Australia. So opening up the steering to allow as much power through the start-finish straight. Head down to turn 1 and 2. Chicane. Always deceptive on a turning. Got to be careful not to invalidate, and you can easily lose it on the exit. So you had to ease off the power then. Open up the DRS down the straight to turn 3. Very tight, turn 3, but it's laid on the brakes. Hug the inside if you can at the apex. Turn 4 also. All about exit speed. Is he going to back out of this one, I wonder? Yeah. In that case. I wonder if he was listening to me and I'd just put him right off. Down to turn 6 then is the right left. All these countless corners, so that was turn 6, 7, 8. And then we head to this new part of the track. On board now with Fulham Pika. New part of the track, just basically, it's all curves and that, but it's got it's just one long straight basically. Then the dreaded chicane, but well taken by Fulham's Pika. Head down the street to the only other new part of the circuit. Basically, they've made this right-hander a bit more acute, and then it's the same old fast right-hander leading into the, what is almost a hairpin left into the final corner, and on the power again as early as possible. Open up the steering, open up DRS, and across the line Fallen Pika comes on a 120.0. Not a bad start at all. I've just noticed we've lost Verstappen. If I go, I accidentally pressed the wrong button, otherwise we might have got a look. So Whoopi now goes fastest on a 19.0. Quickly followed by the Gooner, 119.2. Hentifi, if you'll have to bear with me a little bit while I get used to names, goes P3 also on a 119.2. So top three nice and close there. Holloway coming around to the end of the lap now. Shadow Sniper heading for the line, but I think he oh no, he didn't invalidate. Oh, but he had an instant or something, so it's a 130.1. Holloway now then heads to the line, and it's a 120.8. That puts him in P5 for the moment. And we've got Danny. Sorry, Lawton. Was I putting you off? You shouldn't have been first out, then I wouldn't have done the hot lap with you, mate. Danny then, 1499. That's a reference to his age, by the way. He was born in 1499. He's the oldest Formula 1 gamer in the world. "523 years young." So he's got a 23.4 on the board in a way. Let's go to the boss man then, De Courcy. Purple in sector 1. And through this new sector 2. I wonder what people think of the new circuit. Do they like it with the new layout? What do you guys reckon? Do you prefer the new layout, or did you like the old one? I don't really mind either way, to be honest. I used to like the chicane that was there. It was a bit tricky on exit, wasn't it? But I quite like that. It does allow for overtaking over the long straight, so gives us an extra place. It's still difficult here at mine to overtake, but it is a street track ultimately. Out the final corner then, De Courcy, and heads up to the start-finish line. Looks decent. It's a 19.2, so that puts him into P3. That's P2, 3, and 4, all on 119.2, covered by 0.04 of a second. Danny heading down the straight. He was all over the place a little bit there. He has improved by a 10th. Just consolidate his position a little bit. Lawton into the pits. So, who's out next then? I think everybody's on out laps now, pretty much. Of course, he stopped letting people through. I can't see anybody that's on a hot lap unless Danny is, so we can go with Danny. It doesn't look to me at the moment like he's got a full lap in. Yeah, see, he's 3.5 temps up already through sector 1. I still don't think he's got the most out of sector 1 because he didn't seem to be going that fast over the line. So, still up, 1/4 of a second up, so lost a bit in sector 2. I think sector 3 is going to be where he can gain the most though. Alfa Romeo lets him through nicely. That'd have been Hentifi. Here he comes round the left. So it's almost a hairpin, not quite. Just a really tight corner though, which is also another one on the Australia circuit. It's a bit iffy on the exit. So it's he doesn't improve in the end, Danny. That surprises me. Being 3.5 temps up in the first sector. So he's getting some laps in on those tyres, mine, so perhaps just more interested in having a bit of a practice at the moment. Whoopi's invalidated his second attempt. I was about to say let's go to the Gooner, but he's round out of turn 2 and has hit He's hit the wall. He's not retired, but he's going to have to make his way round. We can see the carbon fibre flying about in the wind. So let's go to Hentifi. No, he's had some sort of issue as well, and a Red Bull's gone past him. Yeah, Danny's having another go, isn't he? He's five and a half attempts up in the set to 1 this time. So, Whoopi, Daguna and Hentifi, 1, 2 and 4, all had an issue on their second laps. For Whoopi it was just invalidation, so we can do another out lap. Just come up on the back of his teammate here, the Red Bull man. Oh, his teammate does well, gets nicely out of the way for him. Danny out the final corner then. Doesn't open up DRS. Someone tell him to open up DRS. He slows down across the line though. He doesn't want to improve. I don't understand what he's doing. For whatever reason, he's not wanting to improve for some reason at the moment. I think maybe he's holding something in his locker and he don't want to give away his true pace yet. Oh, Swoopy, yeah, that'll do it. Right, Lawton's back out. Oh, damn, he muted me. I was about to say I'll go back online, on board with him and give it another go. I did it well. I did a hilly hot lap. Oh, you heard... Well, he is the boss man in this league, mate. You can't just be the only boss man, can you? If there's loads of different leagues. Lawton coming close to the end of his out lap. Danny, let's get back on broadcast. It could be a bit louder on board. But Danny keeps looking good up to about here, and then he just seems to back off every lap. I'm not sure what he's up to. It's more like he's doing a race run on the soft tyres. Look, see, he backs off instead of going for the line. I really don't know what he's doing that, but it's almost like he knows he's got a lot of time in his locker and he don't want to... Yeah, sure, yeah, okay, well, you are the number one boss, man. 100%. So, Lawton shows purple in set to 1. We'll keep this going. He says he's the fastest man in the league, does Lawton. What I've learned this week is he's definitely the most outspoken person in this league. Well, he is now, after the other guy got removed. But we'll soon find out if he's fastest or not. To be fair, it's looked like a decent lap. He's had to combat a bit of traffic, but they have gotten out of his way okay. So it can still it can grab your eye sometimes. That's the only thing. The traffic, take your eye off the road, and you mess a corner up or something. Heads for the line in a way, and it's a 1:19.8, so he's doing well. That's only good enough for P7 at the moment. We've seen a lot of improvements into the 19s, so that's good. This time, Danny still slows down over the line. Still got no idea what he's doing. Oh, look! Zero Scott ups the ante on a 1:18.6. That's nice to see. Nice lap, Zero. We got Donkey Kong. Now, I've genuinely got someone in I can say the name of the league. I've generally got someone in ARC that races called Mario. So we're going to have to get him on track at some point together. If Donkey Kong's on a Red Bull, we'll have to put Mario in a Mercedes. Phil. Even if it's just for one race. He's coming around anyway, Donkey Kong, just up to the end of sets of 2 for 45.7. Comes out onto straight, opens up the DRS. It's down to this newly designed, much more acute right-hander. I like it the way it is now. This I reckon it's much better. You could really attack it before and fly over the curb, but you can't do that now. Comes round onto the home straight then. And it's looking decent. I think it's going to be a low 20, yeah. 120.1. Danny, you going to slow down over the line again? Yeah. Perhaps Dan just doesn't want to start up high on the grid. Perhaps he doesn't understand what qualifying is. I don't know. I don't know. I've run out of reasons. Dacuna's managed to 118, by the way. He's gone 118.994 into P2. We're on with Hentifu's dropped down a little bit at the moment. Jada Corsi's also gone on a 118.9 into P2. So Dacuna down to 3 now. But what can Hentifu do for us? Just a shout out to any of the drivers. If I'm saying your name wrong, just let me know in the chat this week. You can DM me and let me know how to say your name if I'm saying it wrong, because you know, first time out I might get 1 or 2 wrong. So it looks actually to me like it might be Hentiful. Hentiful. Hentifi. I don't know. Hent in a way. Bullcorn has left the session. Not sure why Bullcorn's left the session. There he is. View gamer card. It says he's in the session, but I'm going to invite him in a way. I've done that before and then got a message saying, why'd you invite me? What's going on about Shadow Sniper? Is he improving? Just heading for the line. Definitely improving. 119.3, much nicer lap from Shadow Sniper up to P7 in the Haas. Well, I'll tell you one thing, guys. Very, very tight, isn't it? Oh, he's then round out of turn 2. Never mind Holloway. I think he's just done his lap, so he's on a cooldown now. I don't know how long we got. 2 minutes 40. Some of these are doing their last laps then, so Shadow's done his last lap. Unless he's going to cool down and try and go again on those tyres, but he's not got time to pit and come out again. Wilson's on an out lap. Is that Williams behind him? Ah, so that's Williams of Holloway. I'm just wondering if he's got enough time to pit and come out again. I don't think so. I think I normally sort of think of it as 30 seconds into the garage, 30 seconds out the garage, which wouldn't leave him enough time. But in he comes. We'll see. Sniper definitely ain't got enough time, so he's got to be doing a cooldown, I'd imagine. Well, we may as well go to Lawton then. He's next over the line. P9 on a 119.8. Comes this tight right-hander. There's a lot of curb. Didn't invalidate though, so it's okay. Comes down to the end of sector 1. And he's 3 seconds down, so he's backed out of it. He's got plenty of time to get round again, so no issues there. Right, who's going to be... Somebody just crossed the line. Looks like an Aston Martin. Who was it? Oh, it's our top man. It's Zero Scott. Let's see if we can improve any further then. Go through sector 1. So here he comes. He's purple in sector 1. Got that sort of improvement. Sector 2. So he's not really hugging the inside there. It's not going to gain you loads by hugging the inside, but it gains you little hundredths and stuff. So, but pretty much a tenth and a half up. He's improving, which is what he needs to do just to make it harder for DeCourcy, Gunnar, and Whoopi. And the rest for that matter. Everybody pretty much on hot laps most, in a way. Danny's just got across the line, so I think we're going to see a proper lap from him this time. So, Zero across the line. He improves by 3 tenths to a 1:18.3. That's a nice lap from Zero. Corsi just started his lap. Where's the Gooner? It's a bit further around. He's a couple of temps up. He managed to find any more in sector 3. Didn't find any more, but he's improved by a couple of attempts. Consolidates in P2. Whoopi on the way round. Hensifi's improved up to P3 on an 18.7. Oh, Whoopi's round out the last corner. Whoopi spun it out the final corner. Where else have we got? Lawton. No, he's well down. Danny. So let's see if all that practice paid off on that first set of softs. And it's a 1:17.5. He absolutely smashes it. Takes pole position by, I think it was 8 tenths. So yes, it was just practice that he was doing previously. And he stamps his authority on the field with that impressive pole position. So very nice lap from Danny there. Zero in P2, Daguna P3, Hentifi P4, De Corsi 5, Whoopi in 6, Holloway 7, Donkey Kong in 8, Shadow Sniper 9, Fallen Pika in 10, Lawton 11, Bullcorn 12, Rashtappen in 13. So, shame we didn't get to see a lap from him. He's one of the top guys as well, I'm sure. But a very dominant lap in the end by Danny. It may have just made people sit up and take note. I'm sure you said you were going to get pole, Lawton. Well, no, technically you said you were going to win the race, didn't you? Not get pole. Right, anyway, I assume we're going to have a quick break. So, don't ready up until you are told, guys. In the meantime, I'm going to take a quick break as well. In future races, we'll be able to have some stand-ins or something that I could put up on the screen for you, but obviously first race. No, somebody's already readied up. There we go. Right. Well, the problem is, Lawton, I think I may be a bit older than you, and I don't know what dub means. So, a dub, to me, is when you put someone down. When you take the mick out of them, you're dubbing them. Things change, see. Things change. Language changes. Right, so we're already on the start line. Is everybody going to get away? I don't think we were expecting... Looks like all the cars are moving. Maybe not actually. There's a Ferrari stuck. Oh, hang on. We've got some... Are we going to have to do a restart? Because we got some randoms, haven't we? Let me just... I'm not in the Discord at the moment. Let me get in Discord. Yeah, you've got to make sure it's on friends only when you do a league race. That's the lobby open. General chat. Well, I don't quite know what's going on, guys. As far as I'm concerned, we need to do a restart because we've got randoms in the lobby. Trying to find out what's going on, guys. I've sent a message but not got anything back. Alright, well, it's not a lot. Few, I should expect, disqualified there. Right, let's go on board because it's giving me a terrible view. So we're on board with the Gooner off the start. As Hentifi gets a really good launch off the line. Just, we'll see on the inside of the Gooner there. And of course he gets through. A better view now. So remember the guys, the new league, we're learning, so please bear with us. Gooner having a right scrap, trying to hold on to positions. He's going to come under pressure from the Williams now as well. So managed just to hold it against Holloway. Sensible race in there, I think, from Holloway. So at the moment, all tight, all close. Biggest gainer at the moment is Lukey B, who I think's one of, well, I think he's a random, but so far, oh, we got an Alpine round. That's Dr. Cami. Round, somebody else has joined. Thank goodness they're going to be too late to jump in as well. To be honest, the randoms that were in the lobby are actually driving quite well at the moment, so perhaps we invite them to the league. So at the moment, Holloway. It's hard to choose a battle at the moment because everybody's so tight. Dr. Cami has been disqualified from the session. We're blocking the pit lane. Lawton has had to come into the pits. Other than that, he's really well. Fallen Pika has a little moment off track there. I think Bullcorn. I mean, I invited you back, Bullcorn. So why aren't you back? He must be offline now, guys. I can't select his. I can't select his gamer card. Lukey B is out of the race and into the wall on the left-hand side, and that has caused a full safety car. Right, anybody not starting on the hards, are they going to be brave enough to try and do it from here? Is it worth it? Do they think it's Australia? The likelihood of another safety car after this one will be pretty high. Any street track, everybody knows that. Lawson will be thankful for that one. He can catch up to the back and potentially, having switched to hards, will they make it? I don't know, it's a long way. So, Hentifi is in. The Gooner's in. Rastappen's in. So, Hentifi started on the medium, switches to hards. The Gooner the opposite way round. Hards to mediums. Rashtappen switched to hards. Holloway onto softs. That's a bit different. Should make him pretty racy trying to get back through the field. So the front guy's already called up to the safety car. And these two guys are just catching up now, so that's Hentifi having pitted. The Gooner on his way round, so Lawton will be last to catch the safety car. It will go another lap after this one, and then I think the following lap it will come in, so I think we'll be racing again on lap 5. Okay, JDs. Yeah, so we're going to continue with this, guys, in case anybody was still wondering, are we going to restart? To be fair, in terms of randoms, they weren't the worst bunch of randoms. We've lost a couple of them already, but they weren't actually driving, or they didn't seem to be driving badly, to be honest, from what I saw of them. Which is obviously what you worry about with randoms, so, but we have lost 2 of them already. I think Ninja Turtle, unless he was just a late joiner, Ninja Turtle, and is one of ours, I think he's Oh, and Blitz Twilst, I think that says. Everyone, who's that? Shadow Sniper into the pits. So, currently running on mediums, so he's going to go to the hards. It makes sense if you started the mediums to switch to the hards. There's a possibility you might be able to push them to the end. It is a long way, and it is a high wear track, so it's one of those. It's a risk. You might be able to do it, and it always gives you a chance for a high position if you can get that pit stop in under safety car and then go to the end. As it stands then, let's have a quick position change look. So, at the moment, Danny P1, 0 P2. But Zero was keeping Danny honest there. Danny wasn't disappearing, so that's good. The Corsi up a couple of places to P3, same for Whoopi into P4. Fallen Peak is up 5 now from P10 to 5. Bullcorn has gained 6, but of course he's been in AI pretty much the whole time. I think he is back with us though. Go here, I'm sure I saw his name come up. So yeah, he is back with us now, but his AI's done a good job at the start. Donkey Kong where he started, and Tifu down 5, but obviously these are now guys that are pitted. Ninja Turtle hasn't, but he's up 7. But everybody else that have lost places have pitted, so it's a bit different. Safety car is in this lap, we've had the confirmation, so let's ride on board with the Corsi and ride on board with the Corsi and see when the Danny goes. And that looks to me like he's moved, so away goes Danny. Doesn't look like anyone's got a run. Just gonna come back down the order, see if we've got any further back. There's a few side by side here. There's some carbon fibre goes flying. Zero ended up ghosted there, but I can't see any obvious damage. Don't think it was his car. No, there's the carbon fibre man. It's Ninja Turtle, unfortunately, who had made up 7 places from the start, has lost his front wing, and he retires from the race on the track. So if he is actually one of our racers guys, that needs to be addressed. But things didn't seem to go right for Lawton there, but he's making his way back round. It is only yellow flags. We are not under safety car here, so we're still going. Danny sets fastest lap, 23.2. He's just pulled out just over a second to the Corsi. Zero has had to pit. That's unfortunate because he was keeping Danny honest at the front. Let's hope the Corsi and Whoopi can do the same. Fallen Pika close to the back of Whoopi at the moment. Oh, but he runs right there. And then the AlphaTauri behind him spins. So that's Bullcorn. Blitz Twist leaves the session. I don't know who that is, but even if they're random, I'd rather have control of the car. It was Twist, not Twilst. Showing offline. Seems 90% of people show offline these days. Why you've got to hide your status, I don't know. But there we have it. Right, back to Fallen Pika on the back of Whoopi. Fallen Peak has just fallen off the back as Danny sets another fastest lap of the race. Let's go to Lawton. Who's it? Oh, this is Blitz Twist. So I invited him back, but he's not rejoined. So into the pits, his car comes in away, and that moves Lawton back up into P10. Hopefully that'll put Blitz Twist back out to the back. May not quite. I think Bullcorn always round. Fortunately, he resets the track. Okay, let's go to Donkey Kong then, who's now caught the back of Fallen Pika. I just wonder if something's gone wrong for Pika, because he was holding onto the back of Whoopi, in fact catching him at one point. Now, he seems to be struggling. So, just looking, both drivers still got plenty of energy. Pika has more, but he's really been harassed here by Donkey Kong, who is always, he runs wide there, and that's going to be the overtake. So, Donkey Kong's even going to get DRS down the straight here. I'd imagine Shadow Sniper's going to be pretty close to the back of Fallen Pika by the time they hit the turn. As you see, he's almost in the 1 second himself. Well, he is in the 1 second now, in fact. So Donkey Kong getting up the road. Getting flashbacks to last season as we have a Red Bull in P1, Mercedes P2 free, and a Red Bull in P4. But the top four... Oh! Donkey Kong's round! And into the wall. He hits the wall again just to make sure he damages his front wing there. So, take a look at his front wing. Yeah, he's lost his right end plate, so on a track like this, it relies on downforce, so I've got a feeling we'll see him into the pits. This then is Hentifi on the back of the Gooner. Just get this. Sorry, left myself on Discord instead of being on the stream. Just get the stream up. No comments in a way. It's okay. Right then. So Hentifi on the back of the Gooner is one of our closest battles at the moment. We do have Sniper, Shadow Sniper up around the outside of Fallen Pika. Gets it done into turn 1. That's a nice overtake from Shadow Sniper. And he picks up the DRS, of course, down towards turn 3 as well, to help him defend. And now he'd look to see if he can extend the lead. And yeah, we were right. Donkey Kong is into the pits. Lawton's into the pits. Holloway sets fastest lap. We did. Before going to that overtake, I did notice we had another close battle. Who was it? Oh, Zero. So, actually, the funny thing here is the Gooner and Hentifi showed good pace and quality, and they're in 6 and 7. Ratchstappen, I know from last week, has got good pace, and he's in P8. Holloway showed good pace, as did Zero. And Donkey Kong, before he crashed it, was showing brilliant pace. So, we've actually got a real line of fast cars, fast drivers. Of course, Holloway way behind Verstappen, 17.5 seconds, but you can't think like that when you're racing. You just do what you can in the position you are, and when a gap like that appears, you hope for a safety car, pretty much. I'd imagine probably Holloway more than most, because he's on the if I remember rightly, he's the one on the soft tyres. Oh, he is, and Zero did as well, actually. I guess because of when they had to pit, it made more sense to do a soft stint and switch either to mediums or hards after that. So we've got a couple of battles. This is as close as any of them. Blitz Twist. Is he actually with us? No, he's not, so forget him. He's not going to be included in a way. Oh, Holloway's out. And that's a safety car. That is a full safety car. So now people will be looking to switch to the tyres that are going to take him to the end. We went past him there, but I don't... Oh, I think he's just lost it out of turn 2 by the looks of things. No, his car's already been removed, so we're not going to get to see that one, but... Well, I'll tell you what, look what it's done for Bullcorn now, because if you look at Danny, he was just heading into the pits, he was just behind Bullcorn. So, it's going to keep Bullcorn on the lead lap and allow him to catch back up to the back of the field. And he's on tyres that can take it to the end, potentially. So it saved Bullcorn's race, it saved Lawton's race a bit as well. Lawton had just pitted to soft, so he may end up making another stop here. So, as you can see, anyone who's got the fresh hards available will have switched to the hards. If you switch to the mediums, depending on how many laps we get under safety car, he may manage to push those out. Fallen Pico though onto soft, so he'll definitely have to pit again. Same, so Lawton, might see Lawton back in though. Blitz Twist's car has pitted, but he's in AI, so it's not really going to matter. So, I'm just going to leave you on the leader at the moment, guys, who is Shadow Sniper. He stayed out, took the lead of the race, got good track position. I'm just going to quickly make myself another coffee because I've got a pot ready. It won't take me a moment. Okay guys, I'm back, and regards who's going to win this race, I think right now you've got to say Danny is a hot favourite. He's shown very good pace, but as well as that, he's managed to pit for the hard tyres at just the right time, really, under this safety car. Regards to safety car, I think we're going to see it still out on the next lap as well, so I'm expecting lap 14 for us to get racing again. So we'll see. But yeah, I think at the moment the race is sort of Danny's to lose. It is going to depend a bit on Shadow Sniper. I'm sure he's going to try and take those tyres to the end if he can, Shadow Sniper. But with them being 7 laps older than Danny's, it's hard to see Sniper defending that all the way through to the end, especially late. Even if he defended it for the next 10 laps, it's hard to see him doing it later in the race because his tyres will start to edge off, and may even hit the cliff at some point. So I have done Australia on the new game in league racing a couple of times, but it was right at the start of the season and I can't quite remember the length that the tyres were able to go. Regards to safety cars around Australia, guys, I don't think I've ever commentated a race or been involved in a race where there's not at least a couple of safety cars. It's pretty renowned in sort of online racing for safety cars around Albert Park. And the reason for that, as we've seen today, it's not because people are hitting each other when they're trying to overtake or anything like that. It is because the corner exits around Albert Park are horrendous on traction, and it's so easy to lose it. Just a little bit too much throttle, a little bit too much steering input on the exit of a corner, and it throws you round into a wall. And then it's just basically luck whether you survive that spin or not, really. And that's the reason for it. I'm a massive fan on the new game as well of I genuinely believe that the reduced safety car is the most realistic setting, so I think all these should be using reduced, really. I'm afraid on standard it just brings out safety cars too much. Yeah, it's a bit of debris on the track, and it brings out a safety car when it's on standard. Goodness knows what it's like on the higher one. It's confirmation from race control in safety car in this lap. Alfie says Lawton's in the mud, but he has been a few times. But he's still on the lead lap. He might be able to recover it. I know what you mean. He's still in with a shot, so. But I do think that the medium tyres guys, so even Whoopi, I think they may struggle getting those mediums to the end. It's particularly close to the end of the race. As we are getting ready and prepared for racing again. Let's just go to, I think, on board with Danny. Can't say Sniper really caught in there. So Hentifi left snoozing a little bit. So it looks like, let's just quickly scroll back. Ooh, what's that? It's the Alpine and the Aston. So it's the Gunnar and Fallen Pika. So they were having a little tussle. Just making sure everybody's gotten off, and we are going again absolutely fine. That Aston and Alpine, so this is Fallen Pika and the Gunnar, they're really battling. Fallen Pika's gone to soft tyres, so he's bound to be fast at this early point. A part of me, if I was the Gunnar, would say, do you know what, mate, just go, because you ain't getting to the end on the tyres, so you may as well just go in front of me. And there you go, there you have it, look, the Gunnar does let him through. There's no point in battling that, because you know full well he's got to pit again. As you're racing to the end, as I think Danny, I think, is poised to make his move. Doesn't need to wait for DRS. He must have got a good exit. We've got a set to free yellow. It's Bullcorn round at the hairpin. Sorry, not the hairpin, the chicane. And he must have had contact with the wall there. He's lost his left end plate, so that's going to require a pit stop. The Gunnar's lost another place to an AI there, actually. I would actually. Oh, no, it's Fallen Pika. It's had a moment, and he's lost his wing after going to those fresh tyres, and the Gunnar's in as well, so actually it looks like it may have been something between these two guys. The Gunnar retires. It's a shame. Don't like to see anybody retiring in the pits, but you don't know what damage he's got. If he's picked up rear wing damage, there's not much point continuing at any track really, let alone a street track. So since Danny got past, he's already opened 2.25 seconds. Very fast driver, clearly, but it's aided by the fact that the other hard drivers have done a lot of laps on their hards already. How much I'd love to see this in real life, an Alfa Romeo battling not that in real life, don't want to see that in real life. But an Alfa Romeo battling a Haas for P2. I also wanted to do that B to C, but I'm afraid that one went wrong there, and that'll be a clip to the steward, I think. Probably from whoever the driver was in front. I think it was NT feet, but that's a shame, because they were, without that contact, they were looking at good results. As Danny puts in the fastest lap of the race, you may see a few fastest laps. You will find as you use the harder tyres, they do genuinely get better. So, because the rate that your fuel depletes is faster than the rate of wear on the tyres. So, The Mercedes swap positions. So Whoopi happy to let DeCourcy through. Seems... I think that's more of a long game because I think Whoopi knows that his tyres are going to struggle later on in the Grand Prix. But it should be the other way round at the moment, really. The Mercedes should want the guy on the medium tyres in front at the moment. So Whoopi is looking to get back past, and of course he doesn't battle that. So I'm not really sure what happened there. Maybe Whoopi had made a mistake, so of course he thought I'll go through then. But if one of these Mercedes is going to get ahead of the Ferrari at the moment, you'd say Whoopi's got the better chance with the 5-lap-old mediums against the 13-lap-old hards. I mean, it's just let him have a go for a few laps. If he can't do it, you can always swap it back round. I must admit, I'm not a fan of being in parties for races. So I get put off quite easily, but there are times in the past where I've really wished I did go in a party with my teammate. In fact, in a race on Saturday, I wanted to just let my teammate through, and then he followed behind me, then he thought, no, I don't want to go past you, you go in front. We ended up losing 4 seconds on a straight in Austria, just because we were trying to let each other past. So, yeah, a bit of communication between us in a party would have been ideal there. What he didn't know is that I had damage, so that's why I was trying to let him through. So anyway, nice close battling at the moment here between Verstappen, I think I keep calling him Rashstappen, but it's Rafstappen, and Bullcorn is out of the race. He's retired in the pits, so it won't cause the safety car. He's been struggling since the spin earlier on, so I'm just... Oh, and Hantifi's out. That's going to cause... Is it safety car? At the moment, it's a VSC. It's only set to 1. Well, the good news for guys at the moment is that if you finish the race from here, you're guaranteed points. Now with the top 10, we'll have to... Obviously, the race will get reviewed. JD will review it, and any stewards, etc., will review it and take a look, because now he picked up a drive-through penalty for speeding under VSC. Yeah, so it was just a VSC, no full safety car. Mercedes are promoted to P2 and 3 as Verstappen pits for medium tyres to take into the end. It's about the right time for those, so should be pretty good. So better to do it under the virtual safety car than in normal race conditions. So, just struggling a little bit for battles at the moment. The two Mercedes still close to each other. Whoopi's getting away. So say for Whoopi, it's going to depend somewhat on whether he can make those medium tyres last. Just a heads up to anyone watching, I have to stick my phone on charge, which means it's out of view for me, so if you do make any comments, I'm not going to see them, unfortunately. So, keeping on these gaps, Lawton's into the pits. Has he already pitted? So he's put the mediums on then? But they're already 9 laps old. Let's see, Shadow Sniper takes the fastest lap of the race, 1:21.7. That's a pretty handy fastest lap. Oh, Lawton's come out right in a battle. Oh, Lawton's hit the Red Bull, and that spun Donkey Kong round and into the wall. He slows down and lets him through, but he's lost his wing, the Red Bull, so... Damage is done there, really. quite sure what this is about. As Danny didn't like Sniper taking the fastest lap, so he's taking it back again. Well, Donkey Kong will make his way back to the pits then. We have got oh, I was going to say we have got a battle going on now. It was Zero against Blitz Twist, so it's just an AI. But I guess it's something to watch. We could watch Zero make his way through him. There he goes. So up into P4 is Zero. So now looking a very... So we get a few pitters there. So I think Shadow Sniper just pitted again, but he's put on 4 lap old softs. Donkey Kong has gone back to the hards. Plenty of life in them to get to the end, and the same for Lawton. Next it pits together. Obviously, both in a situation where they need to get their tyres up to temperature. As we all know, in this year's game, the tyres, particularly hard tyres, but all tyres really do need some warming up. They're pretty horrendous when you first put them on. What was that? Has Lawson been into the wall there? I think he has. He's lost his front wing. It sort of lagged about a bit, so I'm not sure if it had actually happened or not, but it has. So Lawton's lost his front wing. P-Cut picks up that place. But as long as Lawton pits again, puts on new wing, makes it to the end, he's running in P10, he's guaranteed points just for crossing the line, so just keep it going. Look at this AI cheekily staying on the back of Zero at the moment. Can they shake the AI, Captain? So, let's say, unfortunately, we just spaced out a bit. What's happened to Whoopi? He's had a moment at chicane. That could be down to the medium tyres, slightly getting old now. He has got going ahead of Zero, but not by very much. There's no obvious signs of damage on the car. So for me, I think he's okay to carry on. As you can see from where his teammate is, he didn't actually lose that much time. Considering, you know, he's spun and had a spin, but... Lawton finds himself a lap down. Sets to 1 yellow, I think that is Lawton, and this time he's out. This time Lawton is out. Is it going to cause a safety car? We might get away with it. There's a Haas on the way round. But the car is cleared quick enough, so Shadow Sniper is going to go through where the incident was, but it's not going to cause a safety car, so we're okay. Zero then. After Whoopi spin, is there anything you could do about Whoopi? As we enter into the last stage of the race, there's no doubt that Zero's tyres are going to have the advantage here. So there's going to be a battle to the end, I feel. And as you can see, we've got Verstappen just behind them on much fresher medium tyres. So we could be in some entertainment. I always in races like for this, I feel a bit sorry for Danny, because he's out there leading the race, dominating. But of course we don't see him because he's not actually battling anyone. So, it's one of those things. Just a reminder for anybody watching, I don't have my phone to hand at the moment, so if you do make any comments, I'll see them a bit later on, but I haven't got it to hand right now. But this could be an almighty battle for P3. All drivers penalty free at the moment. Shadow Sniper's had a moment. He's had an incident down on the left-hander for the final corner. He pits in. 6 laps on softs and they're cooked. No softs. Pretty much useless in the game this year, unless there's a safety car perfectly timed towards the end of the race. Or you've got the gap at the end of the race to switch to a set of softs to go for fastest lap. That's pretty much all they're useful for. So here's this battle then. It does look like Whoopi is already... Well, it just looks to me like he's struggling on the mediums a bit. 13 laps old now. That's a little bit more than what they would have been projected to do in any strategy on the race. So I suspect 12 laps was probably what the game would have been suggesting from them. 12 lap mediums, 17 lap hards. It's probably what the game would have said at the start. So still 6 laps remaining, so it does look like it may be difficult for Whoopi to hold on to this. Here's a DRS zone. Whoopi goes right to the inside. That's an attempt to break the toe. He leaves room to the outside. He leaves room to the inside. Oh no, that's not good from Zero. That is not good from Zero. Afraid for me that would be... He gives the place back. Yeah, good lad. I was going to say it would be a penalty, but having given the place back, possibly not. Doesn't mean they both lost out to Verstappen, no. But, yeah. Like to see that sort of gentleman sportsmanship. Zero realised he made a mistake and gave the place back. That's good. Then Whoopi slows down and lets him past. I don't know if Whoopi's got some... I can't imagine he has. I don't think he would have picked up any damage from that. And you've got Blitz Twist. I keep calling him Billy Twist. Who cares in a way? He's not actually there. But, so just ignore him, guys. So as it stands right now, Donkey Kong is in 7th. Fallen Pika in 8th. Shadow Sniper in 9th. But actually, forget Blitz Twist. So they're actually all in 6, 7 and 8 instead. Well, so Verstappen then up into P3, looking comfortable for the podium. His tyres will hit the edge, but they're not going to go particularly over. It's just one of those things for Whoopi. It's just worked out that he's ended up on the wrong tyres really for the second half of the race because of when the safety car was. More suited to the guys that started on the mediums rather than the hards. But, he's run a good race though. And just go down to Sniper. He's caught the back of Fallen Pika. Oh, he's Fallen Pika in AI. Okay. So Fallen Pika's left us as well. A bit frustrating. Oh no. Is he back? No, he's not. He's still in AI. Okay, so that Red Bull you could see in the picture was Danny, who's gone a lap ahead. Well, in the end, Whoopi pits. He's got the gap, so why not? Because Blitz isn't even there. He's been in AI the whole race, basically, so he's not really there. Whoopi has got plenty of time to stick on a set of softs, make sure he gets to the end, and he can nick the fastest lap as well, I expect. So he's going to have a couple of laps to make sure he gets a clean soft lap in. So it's good awareness from Whoopi to realise that situation. You have Verstappen at the moment. It's bearing down on De Courcy, but don't know. It just feels at the moment like he's probably going to run out of laps. Keep an eye on that. Did think we were going to have a battle at the back then between Fulham Pika and Shadow Sniper until I realised Pika was in AI. Oh no, he looks like he's there now actually. No, he's not. He keeps looking like he's... Oh no, I know what's going on. He is there. My apologies, Fulham Pika. I'm saying he's in AI, but he's not. Oh, but Shadow Sniper's lost it on that right-hander. And he resets it to track. That has to be something that they need to look at. It just seems like people don't realise you're not supposed to reset to track. But, anyway, yeah, just sorry. The reason it kept looking like Fulham Pika was an AI was because... And he's the first person to pick up a penalty around Australia. Impressive. It's because that person ahead of him is Danny. So every time he gets within a certain range of Danny, because he's a lap down, it turns him into Ghost. So that's why I thought he was an AI. But anyway, that was an exciting story. Now let's go back to Verstappen. We are on... Well, Danny has entered onto the final lap of the race as these guys are about to... It just looked to me like Verstappen just made a slight mistake there. He's dropped to 2 seconds behind, so it doesn't look like we're going to get that battle. And Whoopi does set the fastest lap of the race on those softs. So, looks like it's going to be a P5 in fastest lap. Unfortunately for Shadow Sniper, he won't get the chance because our leader is on... Well, he's into the final few corners now. So, pretty boring race for Danny, really, apart from the restarts. But ultimately, it's because he's dominated and he wins in absolute brilliant style the Australian Grand Prix and wins the first ever JDs League race. JD himself comes round the corner to take a P2. And it's closely followed by Verstappen for P3. So that's our podium, guys. Zero crosses the line for P4. Blitz Twist is going to cross the line in P5, but he's not actually there. He hasn't been there all race, so I don't even know if he was a random or not. So if he is actually in the league, he won't pick up any points, and it will be Whoopi in P5 and the fastest lap. Donkey Kong for P7. Just going through the chicane. Just say that Fulham Peak has already finished P8, but that's actually P7, and Shadow Sniper officially P8, and it's just Donkey Kong. So the last of the guys that were still on the lead lap, so Donkey Kong will finish in P7, but will be promoted to P6 because of Blitz Twist. So all in all, a difficult race, but ultimately most of the retirements were caused by people themselves. I think I saw two moments that would probably need the stewards to look at, but that's just on stream. There may have been other moments that I don't know of. Sort the bring out those, stopping randoms from joining. You need to have the lobby on invite. Sorry, friends only. So here come the top three then. Celebrate with their champagne, Australian champagne. Big cup of a trophy. So yeah, you was right there, Lawton. Definitely easy dub for Danny, that one. Right with ease. Oh, there we go. Bone work, thank you. Right. Okay, so there's our results. I'll just scroll through those for JD to do the stand-ins or whoever's been tasked with that, and I will go into race direct. So I'll just scroll through the instance. See, not actually that many for a 50% race, and at Australia, it's not actually that many. It wasn't as bad as it seemed. There's some things that need addressing, but all in all, it's a difficult track to go to for a first race. And you're not driven with any of the guys before, really. So there we have it. Okay, guys, well, I've enjoyed commentating that one. Regards to driver of the day, I think I've got to give it to the winner. Complete domination from quali through to the end of the race. So I think Danny gets my driver of the day for today. With a shout out to the Corsi as well, who had a JD, who had a really good race as well. There we have it. That's our first ever race. Hopefully, we'll be going into the next one with things ironed out. But all in all, I don't think it was bad for the first go, and it can only improve. So there we have it. Thanks to everybody, as always, guys, for my streams. Thanks to everybody that's watched live. It's really appreciated. Also, everybody who watches it back at a later point, I really do appreciate it. So thank you to all of you. I'm personally back on at 8 o'clock for WAOF1, so please, if you fancy it, give me a follow. You should get a ping to let you know when I go live, and come and watch that one. That'll be full quality, 50% race. Completely and utterly forgot what track it is. But well, if you're still there, you can stick it in the chat quickly before I sign off. But yeah, so I'll be back at 8, and I hope some of you can join me. So thank you ever so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. See you later.